When Daniel and his wife Emma moved into a quiet suburban neighborhood, they thought they had found the perfect place to start over. The streets were clean, children played outside until sunset, and every house had colorful gardens blooming with flowers. Among all the friendly faces, none stood out more than their next-door neighbors, Michael and Sarah Collins. From the very first day, Michael arrived with a warm smile and homemade cookies. Sarah offered to help Emma unpack boxes while their cheerful 10-year-old daughter Lily played with Daniel's little son Noah. They seemed like the kind of neighbors everyone wished for, kind, generous, and always ready to lend a hand. Whenever Daniel worked late, Michael mowed their lawn without being asked. Sarah often left fresh soup at their doorstep whenever Emma wasn't feeling well. They never expected anything in return. Everyone in the neighborhood admired them. "They're angels," an elderly neighbor once said. "We've never met better people." Daniel believed it. Months passed, and the two families became close. They celebrated birthdays together, hosted weekend barbecues, and even exchanged house keys for emergencies. Emma often said moving next door to the Collins family was the best thing that had happened to them. But one rainy evening, everything changed. Daniel was walking home from work when he noticed Lily sitting alone at the neighborhood park. She wasn't smiling as usual. Her clothes were soaked, and she looked frightened. "Hey, Lily," Daniel asked gently. "Why are you out here in the rain?" The little girl hesitated before whispering, "Please, don't tell my parents." Daniel knelt beside her. "You can tell me." Tears rolled down her cheeks. "They're not who everyone thinks they are." Daniel frowned, assuming she meant they argued at home like many families did. But Lily quietly pulled up the sleeve of her jacket. Dark bruises covered her arm. Daniel's heart nearly stopped. "Did someone do this?" She nodded. "My dad gets angry, and Mom helps him hide it." Daniel carefully took her home, not to the Collins house, but to his own. Emma immediately comforted the trembling child while Daniel called Child Protective Services. Within an hour, officials arrived. When they questioned Lily, she admitted years of abuse hidden behind perfect smiles. The neighborhood couldn't believe it. Michael and Sarah denied everything. They insisted Lily had invented the story. Without clear evidence, authorities could only begin an investigation. The next morning, Michael knocked on Daniel's door with the same friendly smile. "You've made a terrible mistake," he said calmly. Daniel looked into his eyes. For the first time, the smile didn't feel warm. It felt cold. Threatening. That night Daniel noticed someone watching his house from across the street. The following evening, strange noises came from the Collins home. Emma became frightened. "We should stay out of this," she whispered. But Daniel couldn't ignore what he'd seen. A few days later, Lily secretly slipped Daniel a folded piece of paper through the backyard fence. It was a child's drawing. At first it looked ordinary. Then Daniel noticed tiny words written beneath the picture. "They keep people in the basement." His blood ran cold. Daniel immediately contacted detectives. This time, they obtained a search warrant. The entire neighborhood watched as police cars surrounded the Collins house. Michael stood outside acting offended. Sarah cried dramatically, insisting they were innocent. Officers searched every room. Nothing. Just as they were about to leave, one detective noticed fresh concrete covering part of the basement floor. The officers broke it open. Underneath was a hidden metal door. Behind it lay a secret underground room. Everyone outside fell silent. Inside, investigators discovered evidence connecting Michael and Sarah to several missing people reported over many years. Personal belongings, identification cards, and disturbing records filled hidden cabinets. The smiling couple had spent years pretending to be perfect neighbors while hiding horrifying crimes beneath their own home. The news shocked the entire country. Michael attempted to escape but was arrested before reaching his car. Sarah confessed shortly afterward. They had carefully built a reputation for kindness so nobody would ever suspect them. The neighborhood was devastated. Everyone wondered how evil had hidden behind such friendly faces. Reporters praised Daniel for helping expose the truth. But Daniel refused the attention. The real hero is Lily, he told them. She found the courage to speak. Lily was placed with loving foster parents while the legal process continued. She slowly began smiling again, though the painful memories remained. Daniel and Emma visited her often, bringing books, toys, and homemade meals. They wanted her to know that genuine kindness didn't disappear just because cruel people had pretended to possess it. One afternoon, Lily asked Daniel a question. "Why did you believe me when nobody else would?" Daniel smiled softly. "Because kindness means listening, especially when someone is too scared to speak loudly." Years later, Lily graduated from college and became a child protection investigator. Every day she helped rescue children trapped in dangerous homes, giving them the same chance Daniel had given her. At an award ceremony, she stood before hundreds of people. "I learned something important," she said. "Kindness isn't believing that everyone is good. Kindness is protecting those who cannot protect themselves. Sometimes the greatest act of compassion is having the courage to uncover the truth." Daniel and Emma watched proudly from the audience. They knew their peaceful neighborhood would never be the same. The beautiful gardens still bloomed every spring. Children still laughed in the streets. But everyone had learned an unforgettable lesson. A smiling face can hide unimaginable darkness, and appearances can fool an entire community. True kindness is not blind trust. It is choosing to help the vulnerable, asking difficult questions when something feels wrong, and standing beside the innocent even when the truth is frightening. Because sometimes, the person who changes the world isn't the one with the brightest smile. It's the one who chooses compassion over comfort and courage over silence.